Rumble event. Could have rewatched that or found a way around that. Hopefully. But no, also Dave is under the weather again, so we did lose him. He's probably going to be watching, so hopefully he stays in tune and kind of takes a listen. Obviously, first and foremost, I'm sure everyone's already been made aware, and this is not really new news now, but Kobe Bryant has passed away, so we'd like to honor him with at least a moment of silence, starting right now. All right. It was a good moment of silence, and not only for him, but for his daughter as well, only 13 years old, and was on that plane, that helicopter, as well as 9 total confirmed deaths so far. Hopefully everyone gets enough notoriety of who went and who passed away. I've only, of course, known that Kobe and his daughter has passed away. I do not know who the others were, but
one of the others was a teammate of his daughter, Gianna's, and also along with her father had passed away, along with the pilot of that plane. Was just them 5 that were on that plane.
No, they said 9, so that's weird.
Oh, it's 5.
Yeah, and then
he had
upped
a
it to
small.
9.
Maybe those people below.
Yeah.
Because it crashed right there, but the people that were on the actual helicopter itself, it was 5.
They had a moment of prayer at this place that they were going to arrive at. That was on the media as well. Apparently, they were on their way to a camp where he was going to coach for his daughter's team. So, unfortunately, they did not make it to that event. But again, everything sort of happens for a reason, but just goes to show you that 41, 13, 12, whatever your age may be, life doesn't discriminate. So make sure you live it up as good as you can. Whether you like the man or not, his skills were amazing on the court. May have had a bit of a tumble at the end, but that's, to be expected with age.
He's got 5 NBA championships. He's definitely a great player, like you said. He did a lot for the community out there, especially doing those basketball camps like he's doing right now for everybody that he was going to be doing. It is tragic, Everybody lost a friend, a father, a husband.
There's a lot of emotional speech on some of the basketball channels. Some of the coaches in tears, unfortunately, and couldn't even get a sentence formulated together on that. But there's really no way to kind of accept that has happened. On the night of the Grammys, too, they're all upset over there now, too.
5 NBA championships, man. Not a lot of people can say that in the NBA right now.
But a lot of people who are upset are not even upset just for his basketball talent alone, for all the stuff he's done off the court as well. He's had a lot of motivational speaking. He's changed some lives here and there. There's even the video of him and Kanye West where he's definitely talked to a whole bunch of different people because he touched everybody even around the world because you got people like Gronk that were posting pictures with him and everything like that. It shows to see how many people actually cared about Shaq even posted about that as well. That he played with Kobe and he was pretty close with him, and it's like losing his niece. He said, because he's pretty much that girl's uncle. So that's something that you're not going to get back. His wife probably, and thoughts and prayers out to that family. No one expected this to happen that soon. He was only 41. 41 years old, his daughter 13. It's insane.
All I gotta say, Kobe, I didn't know you personally, but you would definitely be missed, my man.
I would like to take a moment to tell all the stars, if you can avoid flying and it's somewhere you can drive at this point, take a drive.
I don't fly anywhere. And definitely seeing that. I mean, not only him, but Roy Halladay. Last year his plane crashed and he was flying that himself.
Yeah, the thing is weird. They mentioned that there may have been a fire that started on the helicopter and that's what caused the crash. Yeah. We won't know until further.
That's very sad, man. It really is actually to see that. But I think it's we don't want to tie it up too much with Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. We got big things going on. Super Bowl's coming up next week.
Super Bowl is coming up.
It's coming up next week.
Pro Bowl was today, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
I gotta say though, you say that the NFC is the top dog in the NFL, but hey, my man, AFC kicked ass today.
I'd like to point out that NFC and AFC.
Did you watch the skill challenges? Any of them on Thursday?
See, I'm not myself. I like football, but I've never been one who got into the Pro Bowls and everything.
I was never really one, but the skills challenges are funny though. Like,
because I feel like when they get into the Pro Bowl, like they're not trying. They play, but they're goofing around. They're not really trying to play for real because some of them are still playing football. Some of them are in the Super Bowl who are on the
usually
NFC.
If you're in the Super Bowl, you usually don't play in the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, but they do go. They attend it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. They're also in Miami. They only had to go to Orlando for this.
Yeah, I would just say, same thing with the NHL. When you watch the All-Star games, it's kind of like gross because there's shots, there's like tons of goals, which everyone's like, you think you'd like to see that, but at the same time, you're like, well, this isn't fun for anyone. Everyone's just scoring on every shot.
No, yeah, I mean, it's kind of like everybody in the baseball All-Star game, man.
I mean, the skills part is great. It's fun to see it. Like hockey's, they do the accuracy shooting, they do the fastest skater, they do that stuff. That's fun. But once you get into the actual game, people are just like, what's going on here? So home run derby, love watching that.
Oh fuck yeah, dude! The home run derby, I watch
every year.
That's something I look forward to every year. That and the NBA dunk contest.
Yep. I haven't watched a dunk contest in forever.
You gotta watch it.
They bring cars out there and shit. Like, bring out a car, I'm gonna jump it.
Yo, you gotta watch it this year, man. Vince Carter, man, he's in it this year.
Vince Carter,
Carter, my man.
Oh,
you gotta watch him. If anybody out there knows that Vince Carter is a baller, and he's up there too. He's like 42, 43 years old himself. Played in 3 or 4 different decades himself, man. He over here balling, and it just.
I mean, it's gonna be. I just think skills wise, yes, skills are always fun, but the other one is just. I don't know. I feel like the game itself isn't really enticing. I feel like everyone watched it for the skills, and then because they put on media that the NHL had been slammed for their All-Star game. It's one of the lowest. It's one of the lowest watched events.
Nobody really watches the NHL All-Star game.
No, and it's sad because there's all the great players, but at the same time,
no offense, I'd rather watch NASCAR than watch.
Well, I'd rather never watch NASCAR.
I'd rather see cars drive around the track before I watch an NHL.
I'd rather never watch NASCAR. Go in a circle. Go.
Yeah, man. Hey. Man, you gotta see who's gonna beat people up, man. You're hoping for a crash.
The sad part is I don't know a single person in NASCAR. I couldn't even name one. Even if well-known ones, I couldn't name them.
Jimmy Johnson?
No clue who that
Dale Earnhardt Jr.?
Nothing.
Jeff Gordon?
Nothing.
Fuck.
Nothing. Rings no bells. I know Talladega Nights. That's my version of NASCAR.
That's all you know. All you know
Ricky
is
Bobby.
One racetrack.
Ricky Bobby will beat them all.
Man,
That's
I love
it.
that movie, man. Oh.
Ricky
Bobby.
You
ain't first, you're last.
I had
Shake and bake, Ricky Bobby.
I think I had that on my Facebook at one point. Being first,
everybody has to have shake and bake, man. But yeah, no, the All-Star game is or the Pro Bowl per se, man. Skills challenge. I think it's just basically for people to just come out and have fun. It's just to more be able to interact with these players because during the NFL season, like you got to think that their stadiums are huge. You don't get to go up and interact with these guys and get autographs as much unless they're walking around the barriers. But, I mean, it's a great way to go down there and have these guys that want to interact with fans get to interact with them and have a little bit of fun doing it. I mean, everybody knows how grueling the NFL season is and how much these guys practice, how much of a beating they take up, even though they're only playing 1 game a week. But I like that.
That's mine too.
I like that though.
No, I think as far as it's concerned with all that stuff, I mean, we know our IT guys probably never watched a single one.
Yeah, have you ever watched any NHL, like any games?
Any
like
All-Star games?
No. Nothing.
Do you watch TV?
No, I stream.
You disgust me.
So we have our IT guy over here that does our shit, and we're doing a sports podcast. And he's never watched any type of sport.
I wouldn't know what's going on.
That's why you gotta watch. You gotta learn, man. So, also, we started something on Twitch. Where we're gonna do it here. If we can get, what was it,
200,000? I think it was 1,000.
If we can get 1,000 followers
on Facebook,
we are gonna stream live with him at a hockey game.
We're already at 100. We're already at 180 on Facebook. So we're gonna up it to
220. We need about
we're gonna get 1,000. So we need about like 800
more. No, yeah, 820 more.
And if you want to throw a like and subscribe on YouTube, you can as well. All our videos are posted there if you can't catch them live here on Facebook. We do have 180 people that are following us on Facebook right now. We're struggling. We're at 10 viewers, so not bad. So appreciate the views so far. Again, it's our first live stream for Facebook, and if you guys want to comment while we're continuing to talk, give us something to talk about or ask us, what you think, what our opinions are of certain things, just go ahead and send that in there, and our T guy should be monitoring the chat to see if there's any questions or anything like that. I said monitor, don't shake your head at me. I just meant monitor it. As well, I'd like to bring up sort of a point that I'd like to talk about is going into the Super Bowl with Jimmy G versus Pat Mahomes. Ooh. A lot of people are concerned because he didn't really pass much last game, which he didn't have to.
Honestly, I don't see that as a concern because nobody really rushed the pocket for him to actually take hits.
And they were Swiss cheese. I'm going to give it to Mostert. No.
if you look at it right now, if anybody's going into the Super Bowl and you're going to sit there and be like, who do we worry about? You worry about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes did a lot of running around over there when he played up against Tennessee.
Mm-hmm. And Tennessee's not the most amazing defense either.
No, you're right. But, I mean, if you're going to have an offensive line that's going to come in and you're going to go up against a team that you're going to hope that you could beat, that you know that you're better than them and stuff like that, and you're letting them into your offensive line that's supposed to be one of the top offensive lines in the league.
Yeah.
It's like, you got to step it up then. I mean, we knew the Patriots didn't have a best of line, and Sony Michel can't run for shit with it. So, but yet, now you got Patrick Mahomes having to run out of the pocket almost, 2 or 3 plays per drive.
Well, also, you got to think, Tennessee didn't have as many people breaching that as San Fran's going to have.
Oh,
you got Nick Bosa. You've got, what's his name? His opposite side over there. They're constantly getting at least 2-3 guys back there after Mahomes. So they're going to do, my assumption is they're going to run a lot of QB contain plays to keep him from drifting to the right, drifting to the left.
I would say that not a lot of the QB contains. They're definitely going to spy him a lot.
Yeah.
One of their linebackers are definitely going to be over him at all times, man. Once he goes out there and he decides he wants to run, he's going to get cracked.
Yep.
And honestly, I think this is going to be a medium.
I wouldn't go high scoring.
No,
I would go.
I would say it's definitely going to be the 20s. Maybe one's going to be a little bit lower under. I don't see it being like a 30 to 20 something game. I honestly think it's going to be maybe. I'll give it to like a 23-16 game.
Yep.
And I do like San Fran winning this, but your father's got me going against them, and I have to go ahead and say I'm taking KC. But at the same time, shit, man, I'm over here like, let's do it up.
Your lovely girl wants some score prediction for Super Bowl final score. Chiefs. Well, since you got to pick the Chiefs, what's going to be your score, Nick?
Well, I don't got to pick anybody.
You're in the bet clock of the Chiefs winning, so you might as well pick a Chiefs winning final score.
I already gave you my final, and it's going to be San Fran.
All right, so Nick's saying 23-16.
I'm not switching that. It's going to be San Fran. I'd like to see Kansas City win. I just don't think that they're going to have it right now. If you look at it right now, you're going up against somebody that is a Tom Brady-like guy, and he's going to be around for a while, and he's going to be
like I said, he could probably take more rings than Brady if he plays so well so long.
I mean, I don't know about that because
I have a firm feeling. I think that San Fran is the new Patriots, and they're of the NFC instead of the AFC. I think they have the weapons to be. They already
got way too much money in Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
And if you're looking at that money-wise and cap-wise, they're not going to be able to contain all these people. George Kittle, I don't know how George Kittle's going to be, if he's going to be one of those guys that takes less money.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You've got to also think about that, because if they make a Super Bowl and players are seeing how good the coaching staff is, they may be willing to do what the Patriots players have done in the past. Get money and then go and get your money somewhere else.
You're going to have to win at least 2 or 3 Super Bowl rings in San Fran before you decide to say, I'm an elite player. I could go get that money I don't need you guys anymore. We got other teams out
Well,
there.
that's what I'm saying. That's why you have like Amendola and stuff like that who left because they eventually just wanted more money, and then some have come back, some have not. But everyone in the Patriots organization knows they're gonna get one offer from the Patriots, and that's it. You don't like it? Goodbye. Have a nice day. We'll do it.
You got to think though. You have a pretty good GM staff, and you have a pretty good coaching staff over in San Fran though.
Oh, also I didn't put in my final score. San Fran 30, Chiefs 21.
Where do you see the comments? I don't got comments though.
You started a watch party, so yours is different. You're not on the actual live stream by Bostonian Thoughts.
I don't want to be in a watch party.
Don't report the video either. Just go if you go on your Facebook and
watch party. There we go.
If you go on the Facebook and just see if it's live, or you can go into the actual Bostonian page.
Oh, I'm back.
There you go. But no, I think it's gonna be 30 to San Fran and 21 Chiefs. I think San Fran's gonna close the nail in the coffin with a field goal to make it 30-21.
See, I think you're going a little bit too high with that 30-point range.
Well, actually, it would be 31 because it'd be 28, and then you'd hit a 3-point, it'd be 31.
I still think you're going way too high with that.
I don't. I think that it's going to happen towards the end.
KC is if they could wear out San Fran's defense and they can run the ball downfield, right? They can get the ball. KC can score at any time. KC scores fast. That's the issue is. Now you got to beat San Francisco and you got to keep them off the field.
Well, see, the other big thing is KC can't run the ball. Their running backs are trash. I'm sorry, they're trash.
That's what you got.
But so you're just gonna be. But that's the problem though. Is Mahomes
gonna be an option game.
Mahomes is gonna be like Lamar though. He's running the ball too much. You're gonna get hit one good time, and that's gonna be it. If you don't get a running back,
I don't know, man. I think that they'll run the option. That's how they're gonna gain yards for running, and they can get downfield. They have Travis Kelce. They have,
Kelce was non-existent the last two games.
But that's the point, though, is he can get going at any time.
And I think Hill's hurt, and he hasn't said anything either.
I don't think so.
Because he got table-topped in one of the games and has not been flying as fast as he always does, as often as he does.
You can't give San Fran what they want. They want to see it all.
Well, I'm saying.
The game before that, they had 5 touchdowns just between Travis Kelce and
I'm saying, Mahomes. Did you watch the game?
I watched the game, man. He got table-topped that game.
Hill looked shaken after that hit, and he hasn't been running full speed as many downs as he normally does. I get you're trying to conserve yourself, but that's not a good sign either. That's a bad thing to show.
You got to think, though, he had 2 weeks off. So if he got hit hard, he took a bruising. Yeah. He got 2 weeks off before he got to the Super Bowl. So he's got a lot of treatment in. He's got downtime. He's got that time to get ready for
I just don't see them wearing out San Fran's defense. And I'm sure
they're gonna put it down their mouths, man. I know that part. That's it. And I look at it this way: is if you let KC get an advantage and they go up on you, that's it.
Well, don't forget, Shanahan has also learned from his Falcons lesson, okay?
I don't know. Shanahan
He's not going to go up 27.
He's got to be worried. He's got to be worried. You're going up against a good team. You're not going up against the Patriots.
The other thing is neither team has played each other this season, so you're going by video footage, whatever you can get on the team. You're not really ready for what you're playing on the other side, on the NFC.
Look at it this way, right? Who does San Fran really have?
For what?
For wide receivers.
For wide receivers, Deebo Samuels, Emmanuel Sanders. You got Bourne stepping into his own. You've got Kittle. Let's go
this way, right?
I'm going to say, I can list their wide receivers.
You got Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah.
That's your deep threat, right? And then you have George Kittle. Mm-hmm. Who else are we going to go to that's really established themselves?
Deebo has been phenomenal. Are you smoking dope?
I don't know,
He's been phenomenal all playoffs.
That's the playoffs. This is the Super Bowl now.
It's still a playoff game.
You got to shine in the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is the biggest stage.
I'm not
playoffs
concerned.
Is just to get you there. You know what I mean?
I'm not concerned. If he had a bad game before the Super Bowl, I'd be concerned. But he has not had a bad showing, and I don't think he's as shaky as the Ravens were when they were trying to catch the ball.
Yeah, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be that bad.
Yeah, guy. I think.
And they also have 3 running backs, so good luck playing shuffle the running back, you know. And KC's defense is terrible, in my opinion. They're not a good defense.
Dude, they'll be healthy. I'm telling you.
I'm not worried about healthiness. I think they suck at defense.
As soon as they're healthy, they're going to be good.
I think
they
suck
Jones
at
up
defense.
front. They got Chris Jones up front, and Chris Jones.
Oh, I was gonna say he's the stats guy. I was gonna say let me see the average score against the Chiefs this season and in past seasons. Their defense has always been full of holes that people eventually exploit. And if Mostert whoops the shit out of the Packers like that, who prominent themselves on a decent run defense, I can't imagine the Chiefs holding them any better. I know they stopped Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry was the only threat. Now you got to watch out for Breida. You got to watch for all the others. They're not going to probably show the exact stat of that.
Casey was 9th.
For what? Run defense or defense?
How many yards per rush?
How much points? I was looking for how many.
Yeah, they averaged 27 points that they let put up.
So my 31 doesn't seem like a long shot if you ask me.
49ers still put up 30.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in general.
So they're not really much difference though. It's a 3-point gap.
But what I'm saying is my 31 points can stand easily. And it could even be more than that.
We got somebody in the chat saying it's the Chiefs, man.
It's the chefs.
The chefs.
Not the Chiefs.
The Chiefs, man. Chiefs.
They're talking about a commercial.
I don't know it's commercial, but what commercial are you guys talking about?
Chef Boyardee.
You're Chef Boyardee.
Are you sure about that?
Nah.
We can't trust you. You don't watch TV.
Yeah, you stream. You stream porn.
What?
You can't help us out, man, alright? Look, you can't talk sports.
Yeah, you don't even have stats. What are you here for?
Who
you should be.
You not knowing sports, who do you have in the Super Bowl?
He doesn't even know the names.
Ravens.
If you can
Ravens.
If you can see his face right now, alright? He just looked dumbfounded from him.
Just so you know, the Ravens
his
already
face
lost.
was like this.
They already lost?
Yeah, they were out in the first round. Second round, technically. Second round.
They let me know.
Hey, Lamar Jackson did
Play
take his
great.
AFC thing to the Pro Bowl, and he won it today. He won it for the AFC in the Pro Bowl. But he's not in the goddamn Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, that was his team's fault, not even him. Man threw I think almost 400 yards, ran for 120, and then his team let him down. They weren't catching passes.
Maybe go get Aaron Hernandez's body, man, and bring it over here, because I think that would just scare you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reincarnate this motherfucker.
No, please don't.
It's gonna happen, Tubi. We're gonna sacrifice you on live camera to Aaron Hernandez.
He's gonna be our IT guy.
I mean, Tubi, we're losing hope with you.
What did I do?
I need you to watch some sports. Become more of the man's man, you know? You gotta be a man's man. Otherwise, what do? Do you fucking just jerk it a couple times and everything?
I walk around and I shoot the shit with the guys.
Which guys?
One of the old guys.
Let's say James is across the world from you now. Who's your friends now?
My girlfriend.
Isn't
Yeah,
that
friend. You have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
What are we? No, Nick, get off of wrestling. God damn it!
I thought we were gonna talk wrestling next.
No,
Sport.
there's gonna be no wrestling talk.
It's on ESPN, bro.
Wrestling is fake and scripted, and I cannot stand it. It's becoming a drama.
She said, "Show your face."
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, stick your face in the camera. As he tries to fix his hair.
So do the dumbfounded look that you did when you were over here.
No, it's just ask me the question.
Not knowing anything, who do you have in the Super Bowl?
See, that's the look he was doing.
Someone says Garoppolo interceptions all game. I don't know about that.
I don't know. I mean, it could be interception.
I mean, if you're from Boston, Tracy, I'm very disappointed in you. You should want Jimmy to do good. He was a Boston boy, and he would have gotten his shot had Brady not been here as long as he was. And in my opinion, Kraft making that decision to throw him out was the worst decision that the Patriots have ever made in all of history. And someone else also said no wrestling. Congratulations, someone's on my side.
That's my buddy.
Yeah, good. You tell him no wrestling.
I love wrestling.
It's all right.
Back in the day,
I also feel like I gotta take a shit.
No, back in the day, wrestling was fine, but now it's nothing but a drama and talk for 40 minutes.
Hey, man, some people watch telenovela. I watch wrestling.
I cannot do it. And going to the event's even worse.
What?
I hate
It's
going.
way better in person.
Hate.
It's way
No,
better
you know
in
why it's
person.
stupid?
Why?
Because all you hear is the mat slamming and there's no announcers because it's friggin' stupid. I'm just sitting there watching them.
You're fucking live. You want me?
Fucking throwing around. No, you can't hear the announcers when you're live. There's no announcers, nothing. It's just, it's like dead quiet and bodies getting slammed off the mat. That's it. It's stupid. It's stupid.
How are you gonna hear the announcers?
How are you gonna not have all the technology in the world and not be able to figure out a way to have the announcers talk over it so at least there's something going on? It's a dead air. Like just it's horrific. Every time I go, I realize why I don't go anymore. Because it's literally just guys chucking each other on the mat.
I didn't know about the no announcers thing.
Yeah, there's no announcers.
That kind of makes sense.
You go to an MMA fight too. It's the same thing.
No, actually, MMA fights are way louder for people.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying though. There's no announcers,
and
I
don't go to MMA fights, so
I don't either. I'm just saying though. It's like MMA, boxing. Same thing. We'll go to a Sox game, bro. We don't hear those motherfuckers.
I hear myself all the time, and I can put an earbud in and hear them, but I can't on my phone here because they don't have a WWE streaming service for me to listen to at the same time. But I can go in and listen to 98.5. Put in my earbud while listening to the Sox game and hear them.
It's still not the Nesson guys. It's the 98.5.
I like them
guys.
anyway. I like them more anyway. There you go. Wrestling is lame. It's fake. There you go. Yeah, we're getting on the train, boys. Let's steamroll them over. Wrestling's the reason that one of our guys isn't even here right now. Talk about Alex Cora. The fact that he's gone. He sucks.
Oh,
Yo,
they didn't see my whole face.
Los Angeles was trying to petition to the MLB to get the Red Sox and the Astros championships vacated to be handed over to the Dodgers.
How do you figure? Let me just give it to the Dodgers.
Dodgers said that they didn't want it because they didn't earn it.
Well, exactly.
Either way, if you're still in signs, there's got to be a way for you to just go ahead and just say
change your signs.
Exactly. That's it.
Just start making shit up. Be like, this is gonna be the new sign.
Yeah, it's for real. I mean, if you're tipping pitches, right, and you're giving off what you're throwing, that's your fault.
Still funny as
That's
shit
your
that
fault.
they were banging the fucking thing in the back. That still had me dying. No one cares about your whole face, Tubi. I was hoping you wouldn't see that.
What was her name? Tracy would beg to differ.
Yeah, you know what? We don't need to see you, Tubi. All right.
I'm sorry.
This is the man who takes it almost to the very edge before we go live. And literally 7:15 rolls around. I'm just gonna hit this button.
Nobody told me it was seven past. To be fair.
Oh, what the fuck?
What are you doing?
I don't know where that came from.
This man's got some dirty illicit things popping up on his thing at the same time we're trying to podcast here. Thank God you guys can't see what he's looking up.
I'm just surprised it didn't play.
If it played, I would have had to cut the stream, let it go, and end it. But
yeah,
no.
Let's go back to the Red Sox and Alex Cora.
They're saying Betts is going to the Padres.
That's what.
High speculation. High speculation now.
Now, do you think Alex Cora actually cheated?
I mean, if he voluntarily left, I feel like he knows he can get caught completely red-handed, and that's why he just voluntarily said, I'm going to pack up and head on out of here before it gets to the point where it's more questions.
You have AJ Hinch, and then you have Carlos Beltran also lose their jobs. What?
One of my buddies, when I said what you were looking up.
Why did I see that?
He said, "Gee."
It didn't come up for you.
It was not.
Tracy said he cheated.
He didn't cheat.
Listen, even if he did, it doesn't matter because guess who's the new coach? And it's gonna be Veritek.
I would love it to be Veritek, but I don't.
I'd love Poppy to come on as an offensive hitting coach. Have Poppy come on and just teach people how to slam home runs.
Right, Poppy's gonna be like, "Yo, look, man, you put a little bit of this in there. You put a little bit."
No one's gonna understand him. His accent's so thick.
I understand Poppy.
And not the new players would be like, "What?"
Hey, man, you gotta do it this way. We do it from the Dominican Republic. I love you, Poppy. Dude, there's a new commercial with him. It's with the Hyundai commercial. He's in a new Hyundai commercial, and then they go. He comes out the window, and they go, "How long has Poppy been living there?"
No,
you have to see the commercial.
I think he'd make a good hitting coach for the offense line going. You know, the lineup. And I think that'd be a great thing to do. Schilling could come back as a pitching coach. Make him come back as a pitching coach. I think that's what they wanted to do. Or make him head coach.
Says Belichick retires and turns to baseball. I don't think so.
I would hope he never turns. I just want him to end it on a good note. I don't like to see
win a World Series, man.
Well, I don't like to see players, coaches go somewhere and throw it away. If you end on a good time, Tebow's he should have just stopped.
He was a good quarterback.
I know. He just should have stopped. He should have just stopped.
See, he did go with the Broncos. He never got another shot because they went over and got Peyton Manning.
Well, I mean, it's very hard not to be a good quarterback when you get drafted after you've been throwing Aaron Hernandez, who's been lighting up college.
They should have took Aaron Hernandez over with them over to Denver.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like...
Imagine that now.
Tebow had Aaron Hernandez light the lamp for him, pretty much. All you got to do is turn, throw it to him, and say, look how great a quarterback I am, guys.
I mean, he did throw to Sanders and everybody over there in Denver, and he did good. They brought him to the playoffs, but no, it wasn't good enough. Still got to go out and get Peyton Manning.
Yep. And then they threw Tebow out and said goodbye. And then Tebow went to baseball and hasn't left the minors.
No, he went to New York. He was only a Wildcat quarterback there. They never played him. If they did, they probably would have won more games.
They just don't like him. I guess he's too religious for them.
Probably, man. I swear.
That was iconic. The little Tebow.
I'm sorry. Right? I know this is gonna sound fucked, but we didn't have a problem with Tim Tebow kneeling during the national anthem and praying. But
well, I mean, you see what the difference is there. He's praying.
Yeah, and then one's just doing it to like
protest and use his ability to show.
We can say the same thing, that he's protesting that his religious rights is different.
He's praying to God.
How do we know he's actually praying? He could
God is tied into our nation, so
he could be saying some fucked up shit.
Well, if we could read minds, then we could argue this. But in my personal opinion, the reason that Kaepernick was not as successful is the way he went about it. You don't use your position in
Kaepernick's a bitch, man. If he was any bigger, I don't think it would have been a problem. But also for him though, he did get offered a big time contract to go play in Denver, even though he did that shit and turned it down. That's your fault, man. You're saying you want to play in the NFL, but yet you're over here doing all this other bullshit.
Now he's sitting out.
You could have had a chance. You could have had a chance to play in the NFL, but
no offers from his little training camp either.
No, it's because he pulled a last-minute stunt to go do it at a high school field instead of doing it at the Falcons facility because he wanted all the cameras to be around him. Mm-hmm. It's like, come on, guys. Like, if you want to play in the football, do it the right way and get your ass back.
Just do what Antonio Brown does. Show up with your own camera crew at the stadium.
Yeah, and then also go be arrested because you assaulted a truck driver.
Although that assault case was the funniest thing I've ever heard. The man complained about getting a scratch on his stomach. Like, I got a scratch on my tummy.
And he did get beat up by his trainer. Antonio Brown didn't even do the beating up. It was his trainer, man. He's the only guy that I know that can get in trouble for doing some stupid shit and, give it all away. Well,
the other thing, you know what really bothered me about that trainer whole situation is she said she gave him 3 frickin' chances. First time, he did it. She walked away. Said he apologized and offered... not do it again. Second time happened. Third time, come on. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, and I'm just a goddamn idiot.
You're also, did he rape her? Honestly, the way Antonio Brown's been acting, I honestly think he did.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe the first 2 times, maybe they were consensual. Maybe they were trying to date. Maybe. Who knows? We don't know the story. I'm not going to comment on it besides the fact that Antonio's stupid if he did do it. And if he didn't do it, people just need to stop making false allegations against people. If somebody does do something you really need to speak up. Don't wait, because then a lot of people are going to start questioning you, and they're going to try to poke flaws in your stories, even though they shouldn't. I mean, because they don't know exactly what you went through. You could have went through some serious shit, and people are just not going to believe you.
A lot of head injuries in that sport, so.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Antonio Brown, if you did do it, you're a bitch. If you didn't do it, you're still a bitch, because look what you're doing.
I mean, I just think he may in all well have exactly what they're talking about with Aaron. Yeah.
I mean, he's still gonna cut a lot of blows too. I mean, you know.
I mean, it seems like it's weird because it's always certain players, and it seems to be the biggest name players that have this weird turn.
I'm not gonna lie, dude, and it stems down all the way down to your high school sports. I played football. You guys know that, and it's like I tell them I got a headache after just taking a couple hits to the head, and they tell me I'm fine. Give me some Advil, tell me to get back out there.
Focus.
At the same time, any sport that you play, regardless if you get hurt, they need to watch you.
That doesn't mean you get.
You're right, Johnny. There is two sides to every story, but a lot of times people are gonna try to pick your story out and find the flaws.
I just think they need to hone in on accurate lie detector science, just so you can just end it all right there with one question. Did you do it? No.
And the only thing is, if Antonio Brown did not do it, Antonio Brown would not have been acting the way he was acting. He texted her to try to get her not to pursue everything because he knew he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, just stop, man. Like, let the person go.
That made it worse.
Yeah, like, let the person go get the justice that they need. If you know.
You know what made it even worse? When he turned around and started shit-talking Robert Kraft. Then tried to apologize.
If you have millions of dollars, you guys really need to stop doing this dumb shit. You get millions of dollars more than people that are actually hardworking. You guys get a ball. You get to toss a ball around. You get to catch a ball. You get to throw a baseball. You get to go catch a ball in the outfield. You get to hit a hockey puck into a net. Stop doing dumb shit. You have the easiest life. All you got to do is get up, work out, and then go play a game that you love, that's fun to you. Us hardworking people out here in the actual working world would love to have that kind of money. But you guys just keep throwing that shit
That's
away.
That's an understatement right there.
They need a new high, man.
They need a new high. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Why do you think they do drugs?
No, this shit pisses me off because it's like you get paid a shit ton of money from all this revenue that people get to go see you, right? But yet you still want to go out, murder people, raping, doing drugs, stealing shit.
A new high.
I
mean,
it's not even that. It's like it's just still like even if it's a new high to you, it's
the problem becomes they think they're above the law.
Yo,
that's what it really comes into.
Okay, Patrick Chung, for instance, gets arrested in New Hampshire last year on drug charges of cocaine.
Okay.
Gets off.
They also said that he was never in his house the entire time, and
but
people planted it.
He got caught in his car.
Yeah, well, they said that he wasn't at his house when it was planted there.
It's like still though, I always look at my shit, right? I always look to see if something's missing or not, and I'm gonna be pissed if it is. But at the same time, why are you gonna leave your house and you can let other people in your shit? I'm sorry, if I'm a famous person, ain't nobody else going to my house.
Money buys freedom. What Chris said.
Well, to my understanding, this is what I got out of the case, is that there were people he had hired to finish something in his house while he was away, and they dropped it in there to try and frame him.
Even if he was framed, right? Rappers do the same shit. You sing a song, you have fun.
Well, no, they tell on themselves.
Yeah, some do too. Some do too.
Shot him in the face and buried him in the backyard.
Little Wayne, for instance, right? He wouldn't come to the garden because they wouldn't let him bring his damn gun. They wouldn't let him bring his gun in his weed. Yeah. You're a dumbass. You just said, nah, bro, man, I can't go in and see the garden anymore because they ain't let me bring my gat in my bud, man. I'm trying to get some high, man. Try to smoke the ganja in the bathroom. It's like, you're making shit ton of money. Why do you gotta bring a gun in?
He's gotta prove a point.
A gun!
You gotta prove
a point that you're a gangster? Like, I don't give a fuck if you're a gangster. I bought tickets to watch your damn show.
Well, that's why.
Now you're not gonna do your damn show because they won't let you in with your gun.
That's why I've proposed that there needs to be some sort of rule put in place. When you're 16, 18, until you're like 30, I think you need to have your assets set to a cap where someone has to physically hold on to your net worth.
Well, yeah, like manager.
The managers, in my physical, honest opinion, have not done anything right.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't care as long as they're making their money off you. They'll let you snort yourself into oblivion. And
people need to be like Mike Trout. Mike Trout makes a shit ton of money. He's an ambassador for the league. He does a lot for the league. Stays out of trouble. Yeah. There needs to be more people like that.
Just go
Tom
home.
Brady. Tom Brady, for instance, you never hear him going around saying that he did something stupid.
You know his wife's keeping him in check. No, come on.
Either way, though, it's
Besides
like
kissing his son right on the lips that freaked everyone out.
it's like,
come here, son.
if you're making a lot of money, you have a lot of time. You have time to go do shit with your kids and shit like that. You could do for your kids that, you know, a lot of us wish our parents could have done for us.
With baseball, too, with the schedule of games they play, how the hell do you have time to do anything else?
No,
like, you play like 100 and something games.
Okay, but for instance, the NFL. NFL gives these guys too much time on their hands.
Yeah.
Look at freaking Hernandez.
They yell at them when they play video games, though.
Yeah. Hernandez.
Let him go home and play Fortnite, bro.
No, I mean, look what happened with Price, man. His elbow was fucked up.
Well, that's Price. He's accident prone.
It's like, dude, did the NFL let you have that much time in your hands that you can go kill 3 different people?
And then play.
And then play in the NFL like it was nothing. You killed 2 people.
Well, it hasn't been proven yet.
Hold on.
He got acquitted of those.
What? Yeah.
But the other one was proven.
So, what did he sound like? A $60 million contract?
41 mil.
All right, so 41 mil. It was like incentives. He would have got like $60 million, right? You sign a new contract after you just killed 2 people. You're partying, right? Still doing drugs, right? You're hitting it, right? You play a whole football season, and you're about to go make buku money again the next year, and you go kill another guy. Holy shit, man. Way too much time in your head to be doing that.
My question is, he made not even a question. He made the wrong decision of who to be around. Because his buddies didn't say, come on, let's get out of here. It's not worth it. You're making guap. Why would you shoot that man, ruin your life, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whatever is going on up there, you are living a good life.
Then he'll...
Because it was a mess.
I think when your friend's that crazy and you're kind of like in it already, you kind of like go with the flow.
If you said I'm gonna go kill that man, I would slap you right in the mouth and say good luck.
So if I was Aaron, then I could just go like,
go ahead, shoot me. What the hell do I care?
All right, so this is what happened, right? He goes to Florida with one of his guys. They get into an argument with somebody at the club, supposedly.
Spilled a drink.
Yeah.
And they were gonna go get them. Guy said it's not worth it. He ends up shooting his friend in the face. Was his friend? Aaron did. Leaves him in Florida to die. Goes back to up here.
That's the guy they framed for the killing.
Yeah. So he comes back up here.
Yeah.
Starts hanging around with these 2 other people for protection because of this guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then you still take these other 2 people to go kill somebody else.
Yep. But that's what I was saying though. Like you could tell me he's not worth it. It's not.
Well, I mean, technically, the more I heard in that trial, it kind of did make me wonder too. It's why I was really watching that, because that guy apparently had also, the one in Florida had also not been a very clean person, and it made me think.
I feel for Aaron though in a way, because like I get severe concussions, right? I've had a few severe concussions. I get severe headaches.
The guy's name.
Yeah.
Right? And I get some really bad headaches sometimes. I want to bang my head off the wall and shit like that. Shit, I might have CTE, but I don't know. I won't know till the day I die. That could be a lot of where my anger problems come from. But at the same time, though, I'm not out here going to kill somebody. I'm not over here thinking, like, shit, I got to do this, man. Like, he could bump into me right now. Is it going to aggravate me? It probably will, but I'm not going to fucking kill him.
But I can go back and shoot him or wait for him to go outside.
Yeah, man, he bumped into me, man.
I'm going to bang!
He moved my iPad over a little bit on the table. Let me just shoot him up real quick.
Like, that original one in Florida, or no, it was in Boston because the shooting was in a Boston area.
He shot his buddy in Florida, though.
Yeah, he shot his buddy in Florida, but anyway.
Because he didn't agree with something or whatever.
His religious pronouncement.
Religious, my ass, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's just fucking... I don't know. I feel like that it was a lot, and it's a lot. And if you haven't really watched the documentary, I think you should watch it,
bro.
And not only do I think you should watch it, but make sure you, slow it down. Think about it. Listen in, because I had to put subtitles on just to make sure I caught everything the way that it was supposed to be said. Also, just a heads up, I don't know if either of y'all like history shows, but Netflix just released a killer new one, The Rise of the Byzantine Empire. It's actually pretty good. It's brand new. Don't kill my bathroom.
I keep farting over here.
Oh God.
But
no, I think as it goes, when you watch those types of documentaries, because that documentary was dark. There was a lot of crazy shit going on there that you didn't hear about when it first happened. It was just, yes, he did it, or no, he didn't do it.
He killed himself to get out of...
And then the Patriots didn't pay him anyway, so it didn't really... His plan didn't work in the long run.
No, it did, though, because they tried to get back his money, and he killed himself to vacate his guilty plea, which that meant is now that it's he got acquitted.
But they reinstated it afterwards, too.
They weren't able to reinstate it. It was tried to, but his wife did get the money.
No, the documentary said they did reinstate it at the very end. They said that they reinstated it.
Well, I'd have to look into that because last I knew, they tried to get it. And this whole thing with the whole Netflix one, though, there was a lot of flaws. A shit ton of flaws in the stories. And you had this one guy basically come out and say he was gay, right? The whole fucking Netflix thing basically was around him killing people and him being gay and smoking weed.
Yep.
So it's like, what do you... Instead of coming out and being like that, you should have just brought more of awareness to people in the NFL and saying, look, he had a severe case of CTE. We have XYZ amount of different people that have killed themselves also and have done shit because of this disease.
Now they just put that at the very end for like 5 minutes. And
but honestly, this is a way for the NFL to be like, you already had these tendencies. Mm-hmm. It has nothing to do with CTE. That's what I got from it. Yeah, I got a lot of knowledge of what was going on through these other murders and shit. But at the same time, though, you never brought awareness to what was going on with this fucking guy.
Nope, and they didn't plan on it either. They weren't going to do it just because then that would detract people from wanting to play in the NFL. I mean, I never played in college because I didn't want another concussion. I never looked. I mean, I wanted to play semi-pro this year, but then I looked back at how many times I got hit in the head. I don't want to go through that shit again. No. I got a concussion about almost 2 years ago from being at work. So I slipped on black ice. That one also took me a month to go back to work from. I don't want another concussion. I hate them. It hurts. You have to wear sunglasses in the house because even lights like this bother you. Mm-hmm. That's right, Tubi. That's why you don't play sports. He was asked to play Everett High football, and he played, I think, a week.
You wanted to play Everett High football?
No, he was asked to. They asked him to play.
I've never seen your ass.
He did it for like a week, I think.
I did it for like almost a month. I was with, I talked a lot with like Eric Mejia and...
I do remember him, never mind.
Brandon Ponde.
Yeah.
The coach asked him to play, that's why.
No, they put me, I had to block 2 guys.
He couldn't do a 3-point stance.
He
was funny. He was funny. The way he crouched down. I remember you.
Dude, I don't remember anything. All I remember, I was like super shy and awkward. And I just like...
a football player.
You had to like...
They probably looked at his size. It was like...
Oh, yeah.
He could play.
In the hall, whenever I went to the bathroom, one of the, like, what's that big dude? The fat dude, pointy nose.
Milo?
Yeah, maybe.
With the glasses, IT guy? Yeah.
He was like, hey, you should come try it. I was like, I was like, fuck it. I tried it for like a month.
And then
you had to like show that like, that you wanted to play whatever.
Were you there for team pictures?
No.
You sure?
No, yeah.
I'm gonna look back in the fucking book. I'm gonna find him in the book.
I wasn't there. No, I was only for like a month.
I'm surprised his parents probably must not have known about it because his mom is super protective of him. I'm shocked.
When did you start playing? You played. You had to.
No, I didn't play. I just went to practices before.
What number did you wear?
I didn't wear a number. I just got the pads and cleats, and I don't remember if I got the helmet. Probably did.
I would hope so.
Yeah. But I got brand new spanking cleats.
He had a concussion.
Yep.
It wasn't me. I didn't have none. He did.
So they put me up against 2 guys to block. I think I put too much pressure on my right knee or whatever. And after that, like, fuck, it hurt. Like, going up the stairs. I could barely go up the stairs. I remember going from lunch to the 5th floor. And I was like, motherfucker, right?
This man.
Coming from the guy that's totally ligaments in his knee from playing.
And then, so
that's
when
he was like, sports isn't for me.
Yeah, and I was like, I didn't show up to practice like a day or two, and then took my pads away, and I'm like, it was my stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, you missed practice like the past 2 days, like you gotta like earn them back, and I was like, fuck that.
All right, goodbye.
But I was like, I said,
the basketball
like, if it was
coach
now,
didn't hound him.
I was too fat. Fuck that.
They would have whipped you into shape though.
But like I said, like if it was now, now I'd probably be like, all right, coach, like what do I gotta do, right? Like back then I was kind of like just following everybody around, just like, all right, what do I do, right? They're like, what do you want to play?
He made the mistake of following Eric Mejia. Mejia didn't do shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, you didn't really play for Everett unless you took the roids, I heard, so.
Damn.
Yeah.
I didn't take roids.
Yeah. You could tell Mikey did.
Mikey. John, maybe? John was just like,
John's just a big dude.
I can't tell you yes or no if they ever did steroids.
He cannot discuss.
I can't discuss that. 1, 2, I never saw them do it. So
I mean, I'll put it this way: he didn't see him do it.
I can tell you from the way Big John acted
and Mikey
in the locker room, if something didn't go good the first half, we could win, but he didn't do something good. The way he acted in the locker room. I don't know if you guys ever heard the story of the way that they were when we lost in double overtime to Barnstable.
No.
Some kid went up to Big John, and Big John put him through a locker.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
John was a monster.
Yeah, he got to Detroit's training camp.
So, our junior year, my locker was next to his. Fucking hated it.
Why? Because he was just like
He
blocking
always
the whole
bugged
thing?
me. He always fucking bugged me and blocking the lockers. I'm like, dude, I'm trying to sit here.
I feel you.
And you could tell
Shit that I saw in those locker rooms, man, I can definitely tell you is like...
He wasn't 100%.
Nah.
Yeah.
You could tell that Mikey did. When he was on the bench, you could see it.
Dude, fucking Mateus Ramos played.
I don't know how.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I don't know how. Like,
I was so mad, right? He wasn't going to
question.
play. And I was supposed to wear number 72 because I wanted to move out, right? I was like, let me get out of wearing, the 90s. I didn't want to wear number 90 anymore. So they ended up giving my number to a freshman. And I was supposed to take 72. And because I was a defensive lineman, I can't wear 72. Wow. Nobody ever told me that.
Wow.
Because it's an offensive lineman number. But 64 is an offensive line and a defensive lineman number, but also can play linebacker.
Yeah.
So I would back up on offense, but I played defense mostly. And I come in one day, his name's on the back of his jersey in his locker, and I'm looking at my shit like, why does everything on my locker say 64? And then they give us our jerseys for pictures. I'm like, when the fuck my number changed? I was so pissed that he had my number. Yeah. Oh, so mad.
I honestly don't know how he played football. He wasn't that.
Nah, he wasn't that good.
He's not athletic in my
We all
opinion.
just played for the popularity and to get. I just wanted a Letterman jacket, to be honest. I just thought
those jackets were nice.
Yeah.
Those jackets were really nice.
Dude, I hated it. So after we left, we all graduate. They start putting all the years that everybody's won in the back of them. I'm like, what kind of shit is this? They never did that. And then if you flip up the collar, it said Tide. Crimson Tide. I'm like, they don't hook up our jackets like that.
You didn't get shit.
Our jackets just had the year that we won on the back with the big ass football that said Super Bowl champs. And, our Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, and you got like 400 rings apiece because Everett didn't lose very often.
I didn't pay for 2 of them.
Yeah.
I can still get them, but I never did.
You knew a guy?
Huh?
Knew a guy?
Or
No, I just
caught
don't.
them?
No, I'd buy them.
Oh.
I don't know. Everett was always good in football. I just think
I
that
only bought one.
I always accuse the coach of recruiting kids because there were some kids.
I'm not gonna lie, we did. We always brought people over from Cambridge, Malden.
Like that's
You
kind of
never noticed half of our team was from Malden.
I don't know. Well, I didn't keep up with it, to be honest.
Yeah,
Dude, if you wanted to go to a good college and you wanted to still play football, you went to Everett.
Mm-hmm.
You still go to Everett.
Yeah, the vice principal went. I'm pretty sure Easy or whatever it is, and he
played in the NFL.
Yeah, he played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Dude, that man, I hated him.
He was too douchey for me.
Well, not just that, I couldn't understand him. To be completely honest, I couldn't understand his accent.
I would have to hear his voice again. It's been a while.
Dude, and
like I love baseball. I played baseball my whole life. I love it.
Babe Ruth was the funniest time of my life watching Nick play Babe Ruth.
Dude, I didn't care anymore.
We used to tell him there'd be a burger under every base.
I used to be so good at baseball when I got to Babe Ruth. I was getting screwed left and right. I played on a team that everybody got screwed.
What do you mean screwed? Just shafted or?
We got shafted on everything. There'd be balls. There'd be balls called strikes at my feet.
Well, we had Anthony, that idiot who kept swinging at the feet like a golf club. I always asked him, like, "Are you golfing? Did you mix sports up?"
I can't tell you how many. I was always a pull hitter, so I would always hit it down the line. And I don't know how many times these motherfuckers used to try to tell me that my home runs would be no home runs. So the next year I came back because I just wanted to play baseball, just hang out with the bullies. I walked. I got hit a lot. That's it. I wouldn't hit.
I think I got shafted the hardest while playing Babe Ruth. I had one of my best seasons, my last season in Babe Ruth eligibility, and I didn't get MVP. Rossi did, who was injured for the first few games, didn't play much, and then he came in and got MVP. I was pissed.
I'm pissed that they don't give trophies just to participate.
They
didn't fucking...
I literally had a Red Sox jersey the entire season I was on the Tigers my last season because they didn't get me a jersey. And then on top of that, I had to pitch the coach's son's mistake innings. He walked in 9 runs.
Oh, what was that QB that his son played QB?
DiBiase. He punched his girlfriend and still played football.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Was that real?
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course it was real. They covered that shit up real. They covered that.
Yo, I remember that.
Yeah.
That
gave her a black eye, and she stayed with him.
Of course, he was good looking. He was QB. Why wouldn't you?
I don't even think he made it to college, did he?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
Is he still in college? Is he football, NFL, or no?
He coaches at Boston College.
Oh God.
Oh wow. Oh. See?
That's what happens when you're daddy's son.
But he also interned with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah. Anyone can coach them. Okay.
That's the only reason why I got that internship.
I mean, actually, you know what? He could play quarterback for them. Winston sucks. Anyone. I could probably play better than him after a couple training years. You don't throw 30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns.
Chris was the MVP in T-ball.
Yes. T-ball is the way to go. Yeah, there's no score allowed, you know? No, but I pitched a no-hitter for Johnny Mac's kid the rest of the game. We won 14-9.
Yeah, his son did suck, though. His son was ass.
It's what happens. Whenever your daddy's the coach of anything, they get privilege. The worst thing I hate. Like, in school, if you have a family have that class because they're afraid of a bias. But you can coach your own kid and put your own kid in the game.
Because they think you go harder on them.
No, not at all. That's so inaccurate. It's because daddy's going to put you in.
Dude, if I was playing on another team and this kid pitched up against me, I would love it because he would leave it over the plate. Mm-hmm. And I would just fucking kill him.
Bomb it?
And if he didn't throw you a strike or a meatball, it was a ball.
You were walking. But dude, every other batter, he at least gave a meatball. You just be fucking like...
You know, I've seen his dad on the bus several times. Like, I think he takes my bus. I haven't said anything.
What's it like to get hit with a baseball at like 90,
it's fucking fantastic.
Oh,
you get up and walk it off.
Like getting hit, like you're thinking like it's gonna hit you up here, and then you go like that, and then you like twitch, and it gets you in the elbow, and it's like, oh, you're sitting there like
imagine a dead arm. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that legit. And then you're walking down, and you're just sitting there trying to get feeling back in your hand.
Yeah, you know how in the movies they say lean into one? Don't lean into it. It's not worth it.
He was throwing rocks at trains. Where did you play baseball?
Have you ever watched any of the friggin' baseball movies or anything? Probably not.
I was gonna say Angels in the Outfield, but it doesn't really count. Yeah.
Go home and watch pitches to the head of players taking it like right in the face. Like it's.
Oh yeah, that hurts.
Becca, we already said that it's gonna be Jason Varitek.
Yeah, it's gonna be Varitek as the new manager of the Sox. If it's not Vitek, I'm sure that 90% of the fan base will disappear. Especially depending on who they go with.
Why isn't this on Twitch? Oh, because we're doing Facebook now.
Who said Twitch? It's not on Twitch anymore because we can't get enough people to follow us on Twitch per our shows. So we moved it to Facebook as it's easier and everyone's notified a lot easier. Some people just don't want to create an account just to be alerted that we're going live. So we decided to go to Facebook where we already have a decent sized following. And we've been having ups and downs in our viewer spikes. So, whatever happens, we'll get there. The more topics you guys give us to talk about or ask our thoughts or opinions on, the better it is. So we're not just riffing like we have been. But
still talking about sports though.
Trying to get sports in there. This is more just like sports back in the day when we played. Screw everyone gets a trophy.
I'll be back.
God,
now it really hit me.
But I think we'll end up probably wrapping it up earlier anyway tonight. I think we'll do our
like a test run.
Yeah, this is a test run type of scenario. I think we'll go ahead and wrap it up here. But again, before we wrap it up, we do have a PayPal set up if you guys want to donate. We've been renovating my house, so eventually we may have to postpone some of the podcasts. But we'd like to move it into a different area of the house, so we will end up needing maybe lighting or something like that. So if you guys want us to increase the podcast or try and get some items that'll help out with the podcast's enjoyability, just go ahead and give us a follow on PayPal. You can send us any amount will do, $5 here, whatever you guys can spare. We know money's tight, but again, if you guys enjoyed this, we're gonna post it up on YouTube as well. Bostonian Thoughts, just with a space in between. We're gonna have our intro and outro music. Anytime or anything or anyone want to be a guest on the show, just let us know. We'll try and make it happen. You guys can come on board and have some chats with us.
Shoot the shit a little.
Yep. Shoot the shit, talk, whatever you guys want to do. Again, we're going to try and resume our Friday night hockey talk. But we have not had that happen yet just because of everything that's been going on at the house with the renovations. But if you also want to just, like I said, the more you guys leave us in our YouTube that we can go ahead and talk about, it gives us more ideas for the next show. And if you have any comments, concerns, questions, you can always message us on Facebook or leave a post on Facebook and we'll answer it. We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat for some of us. I don't use mine to do this, but as it stands, we're going to go ahead and get ready to sign off here. Just waiting for our IT guy to possibly play the outro, or I'll have to do it myself. So we'll go ahead and wait till our IT guy figures out. If you guys know any IT people who need a spot too, we might need a backup IT person in case ours can't get his shit together. But until next time, people, this has been Bostonian Thoughts. We're going to wait till the outro kicks in, and then we're going to fade it on out. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully we will continue to see your support. Am I clear?